on the radar and live from her video shoot. I got Renni Rucci here with me. What's up?
Nothing. What's up? I'm glad you had me.
Yo, we got you glammed up. You know, we was gonna do all audio, but now we got the full glam. You know, it's a busy day over there for you, huh?
It's not full yet because I still gotta get this together, but we
Okay.
almost there. We halfway.
But yo, how have you been during this whole quarantine? Like, how are you doing? How are you holding up? Obviously, you working, so you know things are moving.
Yeah, I honestly feel like, and this might not be like the best thing to say, but I feel like this is the most I've worked is during quarantine, like, which is kind of backwards as fuck. But you know, I think you have to do a lot more hands-on stuff right now because you have to figure out loopholes.
Mm-hmm. You got to figure out like new ways to kind of like, I don't know, like put out music or make content or you know, this and that. You feel me?
And then it kind of just made artists stay in the studio more.
Right. You feel like you've been in the studio more?
Yeah, definitely.
But
what else you gonna do when you can't do no shows or like, especially the top of quarantine when you really couldn't do anything? Like the only thing you really could do was record.
Right. And like obviously you're moving around a little bit more now, you know, because I know we were supposed to do this a little while ago, but I think you was on a flight. How has it been like moving around, like wherever you moving around to? Because like obviously, you know, shit's crazy still outside to some extent.
I think, you know, the adjustments that like even the airlines have made and stuff is just like, let me just feel like I'm doing something about it because it really don't make sense. Like you can skip a seat, but it's still like somebody right in front of me. Like it don't make sense, but whatever make everybody in their head feel like they making changes.
Yeah, it's like when motherfuckers put like duct tape on like you know like the cartoons where they put duct tape to cover a big crack and they're like, yeah, that's gonna hold it.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what it is. That's like they really just slapping a band-aid on shit right now.
Nah, for real. And yo, but I mean, like you've been working, you put out the quick tape this year, you got the new single with Kevin Gates out now. But before we get to that, you know, for all the people who might have stumbled upon this interview or who found this video after listening to some of your music and they're kind of new, they're new to you, give me a little like history about how you kind of got started rapping and how you got to this point.
I got started jacking beats. Like that's really all I did. I got signed and I didn't even have no original content out yet. So when it was time for me to actually like form a whole song and really make my own music, it was like, oh shit, I really got to do this for real. So it was different. But then that led to Big Renni. Big Renni was my first project I put out. And I feel like it was like a collective song selection of the different things I was into at that time. I was really still transitioning from like the club and being a dancer to trying to figure out what it meant to be an artist and really understanding that I was an artist. And for a while, like I just was recording. After I put that out, I just recorded and I was trying to find my vibe, you know what I'm saying? You know, then like fans and media was saying shit and that kind of influences you kind of in a way because you kind of, if it's negative, you want to fix whatever negative they're talking about. If it's positive, you want to try to go to that direction, but you know, you still got to know who you are to do that. So I feel like I took some time to find myself and then we ended up with Quick Tape. And Quick Tape was, some of the songs that I put on Quick Tape were actually supposed to be on Real Bitch Radio.
Okay.
But I put Quick Tape out because we was in quarantine and I was like, ain't no way, because Real Bitch Radio was supposed to come out. And I was like, ain't no way we not gonna have it come out because we can't do a proper rollout. So let's give them something. Like, and that's how Quick Tape came, which is why it's called the Quick Tape, because it was really just an over the phone, this song, let's put it out.
Yeah, and you know what? I love that because I feel like that's what everybody's doing. It's either they're putting out, you know, something like a quick tape or they're putting out an album and then also dropping the deluxe, which serves as like the quick tape at the same time. You feel me?
Yeah.
So all these were like, all these songs, well, not all the songs, but some of the songs were supposed to be off, you know, the big debut album.
Yeah.
I'm
kind of glad that I did pull them because since I pulled them, of course, I had to go record new things to replace them. And, you know, it allowed me more time to even grow. So, you know, the more you grow, the better the music sound.
Right. And you know, something interesting that you just mentioned, you were talking about a little bit about like how, you know, the news and the media when they be talking about you, how do you deal with that? Because, you know, everybody has like their own different way of dealing with, you know, the blogs and the tweets and the this and the that.
Yeah, see, you know, I'm trying to work on myself and not pop my shit back. I be having to remember, you know, you can't say that on the internet. But I think people really forget, like, we still real people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we still have real feelings, we still have real opinions. You know, we can all agree to disagree, but don't be playing the victim if you came for me and then I clapped back and you wasn't really ready for that. Don't go screaming, oh, but you're like, she shouldn't have said that. Nah, you came over here. Okay, be ready. You can't dish it and not take it. But I'm learning I shouldn't do that. I'm learning that.
Because I see you on Twitter.
Yeah, I'll be talking, you know, I gotta talk my shit.
I see
But
you
I
on
feel like
Twitter.
that's why, like, right now, like, that's what the fans like. It's not like how it used to be where you had to always be politically correct. And I feel like it's more personable, and your fans really like getting to know you and seeing how you are.
Right. Are you comfortable with like giving people an insight into your personal life like that? Like, you know, how, like, are you kind of like, do you hold back with some of the things that you share with your fans, or are you more like open to just, you know, kind of like letting them in?
I did when I first saw him, because they was like, oh, you shouldn't show so much and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. And I listened. And for a while, you know, I'm like, I'm just going to, y'all supposed to know what y'all talking about. I'm going to listen to y'all. And now I'm just like, you know what? Fuck all that shit. I'm finna just be me, and this is me, and this is how they gonna get it. You know, and I feel like it helped them just connect with the music more. So I don't mind being open.
Right. And obviously you talk, I feel like, you know, when I log on to Twitter, there's always a few like artists I see on Twitter talking their shit. And it's like, I see like you and like Coyle Ray is always talking her shit on Twitter. And it's always like, you know, I don't know. It's entertaining, but also, you know, y'all talking your shit at the same time.
I wear my heart on my sleeve. So whatever I'm going through that day, I'm talking about it. It might be a good day today, and tomorrow I might be popping my shit, but you're gonna be like, what man, I pissed her off today? Or I might retweet something with a clap back. Like, yeah.
And you
We
know,
we
so you know, go ahead, finish what you were saying.
we getting active. We got opinions. I got shit to say. You wanna talk? I'm here. What's up?
And you know, you do that a lot in your music, and you have so many different kind of like styles that you kind of like tap into when it comes to your records. So with your debut album coming soon, are you experimenting? Are you like, you know, showing more sides of you on that project? Like, are you, you know, kind of expanding, you know, your music more? Like, what do you I guess what's in your cards for the album?
Well, the title of the album is Real Bitch Radio. So my concept for even like the song selection and the whole overall feel of the album is, you know, the definition of a real woman, a real life situations, you know, like just putting myself in everybody's shoes or every pair of shoes I've worn and talking about it. Because, you know, we all do a lot of brag rap, we all pop our shit or whatever, but we all got to still tap into the time where, you know, nobody knew what a Chanel bag, what you couldn't afford one, or, you know, having your heart broke and then bossing up. Like, we got to talk about the other things too. So that's like my concept and, you know, what I'm trying to achieve with this.
And of course, you want to still be able to tap into that, because you don't ever want to forget where you came from at the same time.
Right. And then you have to remember, like, your listeners, like, yeah, they like hearing that, but when you put on something that they really feel like they living in or they going through, and they realize like, oh, you've been through this too, or I'm not alone, like this is relatable for more people than me, like it kind of just help people, because we have to remember music is therapeutic. Like, music help a lot of people get through a lot of things. So I want like to keep that in mind when I'm making this.
And you know, we live in a time right now where there's so many like dope female MCs, like all coming up quickly at the same time. Of course, you yourself included. And what I love is, you know, you've also worked with other female MCs. I know you did this record a little while ago with Cuba Doll and Ruby Rose. Who are some other like female MCs that you want to collab with, or you know, that you might have things in the works with? Like, who do you really like? Who are you really tapping in with right now?
Whoever. Like, it's not a specific person. I salute everybody who got a movement going on, who trying to get one started. I'm not the type of person who like, oh, I really want to work. I believe in whatever happened organically. Like, whatever's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen. When it's time for me and whoever to work together, it's gonna happen. But I salute everybody doing their thing. I love seeing all the women.
Right. And it's so dope because there's so many different like varieties. You know, you got like club music, and then you know, you even have like some Rico Nasty just dropped the project, and it's very like punk rock, and like it's tapping into other genres. And I love how all of y'all are in this space, and y'all are all like just winning, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing.
Yeah.
And you know, what also is cool is, so you dropped Flight to the A on YouTube to feed your fans, right? And you know, I was going through your YouTube, and there's so many like gems on there. Like, you got vlogs on there, you got like new records on there. So is your YouTube kind of like, I don't know, do you want to expand more? Do you want to keep doing vlogs, like just dropping like, I guess B-sides on YouTube's of your records?
Yeah, I want to do. I'm really slack with my vlogs right now, but I want to vlog way more. Like I love vlogging just because I like I have videos of like me and my kids cooking together. Like we love to do that. Like I just want to give a real insight. Like at the end of the day, being creative and making music is really telling what I'm living through, and I kind of just want to show you too, so you really can understand. Like, oh, she's not just talking. Like this is her for real. And then the music that I put on there is like stuff I know I'm not gonna release, but I still want it to be heard. You know, it's just fun stuff. It's like I'm still expressing myself and still having like freedom and control over controlling the narrative.
Right, like you're still like YouTube is one of those places where it's like you could post like like you said, like the B-sides or the songs that might not get like a big release, but you want to let the people hear it anyway, just cause.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned your kids. So how like becoming a mother, how's becoming a mother like I guess changed like the way that you view like I don't know music and life work balance and all of that.
Um, I really don't think it changed anything because I've been a mother like half of my life, which is sound crazy, but I had my son when I was 16. So
right.
I never really knew not being a mother. Like I went from being a kid to being a mother. So I never really knew anything but that. So it was like now I'm making a career adjust to me being a mother because I'm a mother first. Like, and I've always been that. So fitting a career in with that is like, you know, I have to understand like it's a lot of sacrifices that I have to make that directly affect my kids. And just keeping that open line of communication of them knowing like what I'm doing it for, it's gonna pay off. And my kids are really understanding, like we have a great relationship. So I'm blessed to be in a situation where it's not straining.
Right. Do they know how Pop and Mom is? Like, do they like, do they see the see the videos or know like, like do they have like a grasp of like how big you become like as an artist?
Honestly, I feel like they help me understand like how big I am because my daughter is 10 and my son is 12. So they're at that age where they're like really involved in social media and their friends are involved in social media. So they're always coming and telling me stories or like reminding me like even when I hit 1 million followers on Instagram, my daughter was like calling me like, "Ma, you have 1 million followers on Instagram." I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Girl, that don't even mean nothing." But it's like it's like a fulfilling thing to see them like so excited about the accomplishments and whatever they it be little things and they like are really excited about it and proud of me, and that's what I did this for.
No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So you got this new single, Hands on Your Knees with Kevin Gates out now. You're at the video shoot for it. What could you tell the people that what do you do with the video? Because you showed me a little bit before we started this interview, and you had a lot of different things. You had like a doctor's chair. You had like this this BDSM looking room. You had like this like pretty pink-ish bedroom. Like what's the whole concept for this video and for just the track overall?
It's like Pandora's box. Like you're gonna come in and you're gonna get a lot of things in one, and but you're gonna leave fulfilled.
Okay, I like that. A really short and to the point description of what the video is gonna be.
Yeah, you gonna come in and get it all.
Now, Kevin Gates, did you know before this record, or was this just kind of like y'all were just connected over social media? Like, how did y'all kind of get on this joint together?
No, he like been very supportive of me in my career. I actually had got put on one of his tour dates. Oh, wow. And then I did a few more after that. So, from that, I think he kind of just saw like, I was serious about what I wanted to do. And, it's like a big compliment for somebody whose music you listen to or, an artist you admire to really say, hey, like, you got this, like, and be supportive. So it was always like one of those kind of things. This song actually, like, we were supposed to do it a year ago, and I think I was really intimidated by the record because it was him. Like, I'm like, what the fuck I'm gonna get on there and say this is Kevin Gates? Like, one of those kind of things. And then, if I had to do the record then, I don't feel like it would have got executed the way that it did because I didn't know who I was as an artist.
Before we wrap this up, something I've been asked as the holidays come up, what are some of your favorite like holiday traditions to do, with your kids? Like, how do you celebrate the holidays? Like, what are some of your like favorite traditions to do with your family?
Well, I love doing the Elf on the Shelf, and I'm going to be so heartbroken when my kids do not believe in it anymore.
Right. Elf on the Shelf is kind of scary. Like, if I was a kid, if I was a kid and my mom was like, "Yo, the elf moved," I'm like, "The elf is walking around while I'm sleeping? Come on."
My kids love it. My kids love it. I love it. I think I like just hiding it with different stuff. But it was this one time that I hid the elf in my daughter's ceiling fan. Damn, I
Oh, hell
shouldn't be
no.
saying this. She might watch this and then they're not gonna believe in it no more. She might find this, but I'm gonna tell you though. I'm gonna still finish my story though, cause I gotta finish my thought. So I hid the elf on the shelf in her ceiling fan, but she didn't find it that whole day. But when she woke up in the middle of the night, she saw the elf on the shelf and she got scared that one time. So I was like, let me make sure I just put it in plain sight, so it's not no middle of the night kind of thing like that again. Cause if you think about it, that elf on the shelf do kind of look like that thing off Goosebumps.
Yo,
dog?
right, the doll. Yo,
Yeah.
that's what I've been saying this the whole time. Like,
It do kind of remind. It give me Goosebumps vibes a little bit.
like when my friends when we were younger, they used to be like, "Yo, the elf moved last night." I'm like, "The elf moved." Like it's different when it's like, "Oh, there's a fat guy going down my chimney to leave presents," but then there's this doll that be moving around my crib while I sleep. That's crazy.
No, listen. So when we were moving, because I just moved to Atlanta like a few months ago. So when we were moving, I had the elf in my closet, and my daughter was helping me pack my clothes up, and I forgot the elf on the shelf box was there, and I was like, I had to hurry up, rush her out the room. I had to catch a whole attitude, like I was mad about something, so she could get out the room, so I could hide the elf. Like I was slipping.
No, I love that. And that's such an amazing tradition. And thank you for sharing that a hilarious story with me, because that's honestly like it brought back my past traumatic experiences with the elf on itself. So before I let you go, let the people know where they can follow you at. You got the new album dropping sometime in 2021, hopefully. Hands on Your Knees music video soon. What else they gotta look out for?
Just stay tuned in with that YouTube. Stay tuned in with the YouTube.
Important.
Because I'm gonna be dropping stuff on there until we get this album out.
Boom. And where can they follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram at Renni Rucci _. So that's RENNIRUCCI _. But Twitter is where it's at. I really be popping my shit on Twitter. So if you want to see me talk some shit, you want to see me talk some shit, go to Twitter. So it's just Renni Rucci _.
Yo, there it is, at Renni Rucci _. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your video shoot today to chop it up with me. It's been such a pleasure. Happy holidays. Good luck with your kids with the elf on the shelf. And until next time, Renni Rucci on the radar, baby.
Thank you.